The 4 industries that I'm gonna break down in this video will be where the next generation of millionaires come from. Most people won't be rich, not because of their information, but because they're lazy and because they're looking at all the wrong places. Now, if you study how money flows, if you understand what these sectors that I'm gonna break down in this video really represent, you'll realize something shocking. Man, you really early. You very early. And it's these 4 industries that are becoming the foundation to everything that the world is about to be about. We talking data, we talking nuclear, we talking aerospace, and we talking fintech. That's right. So before we get into it, I want you to like and subscribe and share this video. Also comment so we can know how to help you a little bit more, right? But in this video, I'm going to show you what the future is really being built on and how we can position ourselves instead of just using it, we becoming the owners. So you're going to walk away with what these 4 sectors are solving. And that is important to know what they solving. Then you're going to understand who the dominant players are. That's important because we only want to invest in the cream of the crop. Then we're going to talk about how investors are positioning themselves. And lastly, most importantly, like what this mean to you, man. Like this video here is gonna be one of the ones that shift you. So I need you to get your notepad, get your pen and your paper, because you know trapper attire is required. Now I'm gonna say this for now, y'all. This ain't financial advice, but this is 100% like a financial strategic awakening, right? And the way we keep scoreboards by seeing who built the most wealth. Let's get into it, man. The first industry is going to be data. Listen, we understand something, y'all. This is the new gold, right? So data is the new gold, right? That's it. So everything in the modern world is running on data, right? From AI to social media to logistics to medical records to everything. Everything you got your information in on Netflix and it got it, right? It's the fuel to infrastructure. It's the intelligence layer. But it's all wrapped in one. And so what we want to do is like, who is the solutions of providers? Who are those people? So number 1 on my list, you cannot go, you got to write them down. AWS, Amazon. It owns the internet's hard drive. AWS powers 70% of the cloud-based services. That's it. That's who make the most money with Amazon, not the movies and stuff we watch. Then we got to go to Google. They mastered the search. Now, don't get me wrong. GPT is getting in their business, but for 20 years, they didn't. Then we got to go to Snow, right? Yep. Snowflake. They the plumber. They connect all the moves, all the silos, everything usable in an enterprise, they got it. And last but not least, we got to talk about NVIDIA, the chip overlord. Listen, no data can run and move without them GPUs. And we see they the big dog. They the Frank Lucas of the chip world. You feel it? So when it comes to infrastructure and chips and wealth transfers, I want you to understand like that data, I keep telling everybody, like NVIDIA, Amazon, you got to own them. Then number 2 is going to be a sleeper now. This is nuclear, right? Nuclear energy. We talking about energy is the new dominant force, y'all. AI models 100% are power hungry. And that's the thing. AI is power hungry. The cloud is expanding. The grid is unstable. And here's the thing. Fossil fuels is really just outdated right now, y'all. Solar wind can't scale globally fast enough. So what's the play right here? I'm going to tell you the play. Nuclear energy. That's right. Now, not like the Cold War, right? We talking clean, distributed nuclear energy. The problem is we will need 50 to 60% more energy by 2050. It's already said. And listen, the more you use ChatGPT, the more you use all these AI, they need it. So watch this. Most of this must be clean, consistent, and dense. And nuclear fits the bill. Now, I'm going to tell you something. For every problem, there's a solution. So one of my favorites is OKLO. It's backed by OpenAI Sam Altman. So Sam Altman is our new, supposedly, Steve Jobs, right? Their microreactors can power an entire community of data centers by itself. And I need you to understand how big these data centers are. Then you got SMR, small molecule reactors, already being contracted by the government, SMR. Then the third one is NNE, position for deep infrastructure, y'all. Waste, recycling, utility, scale. This is scale really at expansion. So you gotta go data, then you gotta go nuclear energy. Third, I'm gonna go aerospace. Listen, this is the next frontier. It like aerospace is where it's at, y'all. You know, we talked about the stuff that Palantir do, but the real estate of the future is not on the land, it's in the orbit. Why you think Elon Musk own all them satellites? Come on, y'all, right? Space is being colonized. Colonizer! For data, transmissions, logistics, defense, and autonomous communication. Don't think Elon and Jeff Bezos and everybody trying to go to space for nothing. Now, the way that we win those is companies like Rocket Lab, RKLB. Small rockets, right? Not like mega launchers. They agile, they cost efficient. Think like FedEx, but for the space. You know what I'm saying? Another one is ACHR, right? So Archer is building a E-Volt aircraft. Now this is essential, right? A flying taxi. You're talking real orders right here. Real flight tests are now taking place. And last one is ASTS, space-based 5G. No towers, no gaps, satellite cellular towers for the whole planet. Now, why does this matter, Trap? I'm going to tell you why. Because this is the next data layer, y'all. In a few years, your phone will not be connected to a tower. It's going to be on some type of orbit out of space. And these companies will be building and collecting rent. So you got to think like that. I need us to be in position to where it's going at, y'all. And I'm going to be real. People mad at me, and I say this all the time. I've been a hard believer in this, even though they done took a punch. Fintech. Banking is the next billion-dollar industry. Now watch this. Legacy banking is dying. The Gen Z generation, like, they don't like banks. Even though they don't understand the financial crisis, they don't like bank, right? And unbanked people still represent 1.4 billion people around the world. Mobile first, crypto ready, low fee plan fat platforms. Here's the deal, right? Traditional banking is expensive. It's slow and excludes a lot of people. Emerging markets need digital finance. Now, that's why crypto is a thing. I'm gonna be real. I've been wanting to say this on my show. I said, hey, bro, Robinhood really gonna be what's happening. I'm gonna break that down though. But first, I want to get into it. PayPal. I know people don't like it, but listen, they revamping, they doing something different. They are building the rails for the new economy. They dominating peer-to-peer and merchant services. People still use PayPal, y'all, and they evolving. Next, it's XYZ. Now, this is 100%, right? Alphabet's Fintech incubator. It's AI for finance, and they quietly building behind the curtain. Next one, I'm gonna give it to you. Y'all know my people, Melly, right? It's expensive, but it's worth it. They the PayPal, Amazon, and Square of Latin America. And if you don't know it, they're the fastest growing people in the world. That's a triple jet right there. And next one, NU, right? It's neobanking in Brazil. Over 90 million users, rapidly expanding across Latin America. Now, why does this matter? Because fintech is not just about payments, y'all. It's about trust, it's about speed, and it's about scale. And whoever builds the railroads owns the train. Think about that. And these are the new tracks 100%. So it's not about me trying to change your perspective on what you think. It's trying to introduce you to something different. It's about me upgrading how you think and how you look and how you move as an investor. So I'm going to scale back a little bit, and I'm going to say this. Here's what I said about Robinhood. I looked at Robinhood's core audience. It's between the ages of 18 and 31. Though that generation has less than, on average, not you yourself, but that generation on average has less than $30,000, $25,000. Now, here's what we do know. The traditional banks have the older people, so that's where all the wealth is. So more younger people are coming into the world than older people coming into the world. So I want you to understand how Robinhood positions themselves. If you study the data, nuclear, aerospace, and fintech, you are not just investing, you are building conviction to where the world is going. That's how you're going to get the biggest ROI on your return. So if you think about Robinhood, the people that they looking for are not people who are more experienced investors, but the platform just keeps growing. It just keeps growing. And I'm just sitting there like, yo, I don't like the platform, but I see who they're targeting. That's their blue ocean strategy. We don't got to get the people that like E-Trade. We don't got to get the people that like Fidelity. We don't got to get none of those people. We see the generation of people that's coming into the world that want to use Robinhood, want to use Webull. Some people don't go out to SoFi. That's what we want. And by the time they transition from us and they go to these older platforms, it's cool. We not worried about it, right? So companies like Robinhood, they are changing. Those are where the new generation of millionaires, that's what they're going to invest in. And I'm telling you, the world is changing. So what I need us to do is say, hey, I'm changing with it. I might don't use Robinhood, but guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna invest in it because this is where it's going, right? And so once we see that, and I think that's the biggest thing that we gotta understand, like, where's the world going? Once we understand where the world going, we can start getting it. Think about investing in Amazon. Let me just change that. Think about investing in the internet when everybody thought it was. Even Warren Buffett had to change his mind because he said he ain't like tech, but then he made Apple the biggest. Like, the world is changing. The investing world is changing. And new millionaires understand how to get it right now. Man, it's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope we shifting your perspective in a way that you really start to capitalize on what's going on and where we going forward. Do me a favor, in the comment, tell me what industry that you're betting on going into 2035. Think about it. I know you're like, man, Trap, that's a long way away. It's 10 years though. What do you think? I want to be able to look back and say 10 years ago, damn, I wish I'd invested in this and that, because now it's a $500, $600 stock. They done split multiple times. Think about it. We got Nvidia, first company to ever hit $4 trillion, while Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, these companies been at the top for so long. This company comes. This tells you where we going at, y'all. So I want y'all to lock in. Tell me in the chat which company you willing to put your money on and say, hey, these industries are going that way, man. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trap, man. I love you. I appreciate you. Listen, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Comment below. Tell us that, but also laugh. This is the most important thing for me, man. The person in the chat that's telling you about Telegram and WhatsApp and Big, that's not me, y'all. Don't fall for it. I love y'all. Salute.